The Pythagorean theorem only can be used in right triangles. It means that the triangle has a 90 degrees angle that usually is indicated with this square. Before to start the theorem, you need to be able to identify the hypotenuse, that is the longest side of the triangle, or is the side that doesn't form the 90 degrees angle in the triangle, which is this side. And the other two sides are named legs. After to know all this, we are ready to use the Pythagorean theorem. We normally use the variable c as hypotenuse and variables a and b as legs. It doesn't matter the order that you put the variables. For example, here we can put b and here the a. And always the Pythagorean theorem starts with the hypotenuse squared equals any of the legs, for example 8, then squared, plus the other leg, that is b squared. For example, in this triangle is missing the value of one side, that is the hypotenuse, because it's the longest side. And instead of use this question mark, I can use a variable that usually is x. And because I know two values of this triangle, I can be able to find the third hypotenuse, that is x. So x squared equals the addition of the square of the two legs. In this case, I can start with, for example, 3 squared plus 4 squared. And this is how we get the Pythagorean theorem. Now I need to simplify the operation to get the value of x. So 3 squared means 3 times 3 equals 9, plus 4 times 4 equals 16, 9 plus 16 equals 25. And now it's time to isolate x, which is using the square root in both sides of the operation. In the left side, we cancel each other, the x and the squared. And on the other side, we get square root, which is 5. And this is how we get the value of the hypotenuse on this problem. Suppose that a cat wants to use a ramp of 15 inches, and also we know that the distance between the ramp and the wall is 6 inches. With all this information, what is the value of the height? As you can see, the ramp and the wall form a right triangle. Here is the 90 degrees, and now I can be able to use the Pythagorean theorem to find this unknown variable, because I know two values of the triangle. So I need to start with the hypotenuse square, 15 in this case, squared equals any of the legs, for example 6 squared, plus the other variable or leg, that is h squared, or you can use x as you wish. Now it's time to simplify the equation. So 15 squared means 15 times 15, that is 225, equals 6 squared, that is 6 times 6, 36, plus h squared. As you can see, in this case, I need to isolate the variables. To cancel plus 36, I need to add the inverse operation, that is minus 36. And this is how I cancel out this number, and this is how I get h squared by itself. 225 minus 36, I get 189. Using the inverse operation of a squared in both sides, we get a square root of 189, getting the variable h, which is this value, or you can use the decimal form, that is 13.74.